Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Juju O. Welcome to my channel if you are new. So as you guys can see by the title of the video, I wanted to discuss the whole entire verification situation that's going on all over social media. So if you don't know, basically any person that is on social media is able to now be verified. And what does it mean to be verified? It's basically when you have one of those blue check marks next to your name that signifies that you are either a person of importance or you have a business. Well, now it kind of has changed from what it used to be. Back in the day, it was pretty much for like celebrities and stars and things like that, so that we were able to see that they were actually a celebrity, because, you know, back in the day a lot of people were making fake pages and things like that, so it was a way for you to tell who was the real celebrity, who was a person of importance, right, on social media. So it used to be like kind of like a status symbol. It used to be an achievement when, you know, somebody would be invited to be verified on social media, whether that was Facebook, whether that was Instagram, whether that was Twitter, whatever social media platform. If you were verified, then it was an achievement. It's kind of like the equivalent to, you know, when you start up your YouTube channel and you reach 100,000 subscribers and you get your silver plaque. Like, it's kind of like that kind of thing. So it's social media acknowledging you as a creator or as a celebrity or as whatever it is, whatever lane that you're in, and they're pretty much verifying you as an important person in that field, right? So yeah, and now things have pretty much transitioned over from that into nowadays any regular person can go on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm not exactly sure how Twitter works, but I'm guessing Twitter is the same way, and they have a subscription to where you can pay $15.99 a month and you're able to be verified. Now, I do have some mixed emotions, some mixed feelings and opinions about it, because I'm able to see things from multiple perspectives, okay? So try to keep up. Now, how I originally felt about it, I was like, okay, this is dumb, right? And after after doing more research and hearing other people's point of view, it did kind of make, reel me in, and I'm like, okay, I understand, but for me, I'm still not going to do it, right? And that's usually how things work with me. I'm able to, come up with my own opinion on a certain situation, and then I'm still able to hear other people's points of views and either agree or disagree and still let them do, because it's your life, right? So this is just a discussion. Don't try to come over to my video and change my mind about anything, and I'm not here to change your mind. So either way, before I was like, no, this is dumb. Like, why would you like set it up to where anybody could get a verification? And me being an influencer, you would kind of ask like, well, why would you feel that way? Don't you feel like that would help you personally with, trying to build your brand and looking more important, or whatever it is that you think that the verification would do for me or for you or for anybody else? Well, that did run through my mind, but I personally feel like, and something that I am noticing is that, when you pay for a verification and you get the check mark next to your name, does that help with marketing? Does that help with a brand strategy? Does that help with your visibility? Does that help with the quality of your content? Does that help with whatever the bottom line is for you being on social media? Does that help? And what I mean by that is, if you are not bringing anything to the table in the first place, if you're not bringing anything of value to the first place to gain a following or to gain attention or to gain whatever it is that you're trying to gain on social media, what do you think that a check mark that coming out of your pocket every month for a subscription to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter is going to do for you? Do you believe that they are going to exchange something for you in exchange for the verification that is going to help your pockets. Because I mean, that's ultimately what everything is all about, right? Unless you're just really worried about clout and, you know, the surface level things that people clown about when we talk about verification. But a lot of people, they do only look for verification for those surface level reasons, because everybody doesn't really have a reason for why they do what they do, and that's just the bottom line. But a lot of people, they were saying, well, I have a business, and also some people say that they like experience people trying to hack their pages or trying to make fake pages of their business page or their page, and, you know, just kind of steal their customers or whatever the case is. So that I can understand, because when you get the verification badge, I think they do require you to give them your identification and all of that. So when you're verified, you know, when you see a verified profile, you know that that person is at least who they say that they are. But my question is, and my worry is, why are we coming out of pocket? Why do we now have to pay social media, these platforms, for our protection? That should already be, number one, that should already be something that is their first priority, you would think. And number two, you know, what else other than that is it going to do for you? Because if you're not really of importance in the first place, then chances are nobody's really worried about hacking your account. Nobody's worried about hacking your Facebook page that only has 300 followers or 300 friends, right? So it's like, you know, and it's not a bad thing or anything like that, but like a lot of people are saying, it's giving people a sense of false importance a little bit, or they feel like they're investing in themselves, and I just don't like the predatory like energy behind it. And the reason why I really feel like it's predatory is because it was really funny to me that I got an email, I got a notification on my Facebook. Now mind you guys, I am monetized. Well, no, I'm not monetized on Facebook. I was monetized on Facebook. I currently have over 11,000 followers on Facebook, and now I'm really in a space to where I'm focusing on long form content, and I'm still gonna do reels and shorts and stuff like that, but I'm really focusing on my YouTube channel, because I do feel like that is the most mature and the most the best platform that really aligns with me. So I'm really gonna focus on that. But yeah, I was monetized on Facebook for the Reels Play bonus. Now the Reels Play bonus, I've been monetized for over a year now, and just last month is whenever I made my first $125, right? So before that, I was making like $20 a month, whatever, and that is the most that I was able to make with the Reels bonus and with the number of followers that I had. When I first started with being monetized, I think that I had like 5,000 subscribers or something like that, or followers. But then like since then, at this point in time, I have over 11,000. And I got the notification that March 8th was going to be the last month that they sent out bonuses for Reels. Now, if you don't know, and I'm mainly on Facebook, I'm not monetized on Instagram. I got monetized for gifts on Instagram, which I learned that is different from actually being monetized on Instagram. So it's like they have all of these different little things that they throw in your face, and they're like, oh, you got something new, like there's new ways for you to earn, but you're not really earning anything. And then so they pulled back, you know, a lot of the ways they were paying content creators that was making them money on their platform. They pulled that back, and then they're like, well, hey, why don't you come pay us so that we can, you know, make you feel good about yourself and give you a false sense of importance or confidence or whatever the case is. So I just feel like it's a shallow exchange, a shallow transaction, especially when a lot of people, a lot of content creators now are not monetized on these different platforms because they don't want to pay for Reels. And the reason that they don't want to pay for Reels, I believe, is because TikTok is starting to be banned in the United States. They've already banned it in what, Minnesota, I think it was. I think that's where they banned it. But they are going to start banning TikTok in the United States. They're going to start, like, you know, state by state. Different states have their own rules and legislations and laws and all of that. So that's definitely coming down the pipeline. And on Shorts and on YouTube, I've been seeing a lot more content creators, and you can see these content creators, they're coming out of nowhere, but they seemingly have a lot of followers and views and things like that. And that is because a lot of people are coming from TikTok, and they're just bringing their following that they had on TikTok and that they built on TikTok over to YouTube. Now, with me, I stopped being consistent on TikTok because of TikTok, I didn't really care for that platform in the first place. But yeah, I am starting to notice that a lot of content creators from TikTok are coming over to YouTube. So you're going to see a lot of recycled TikToks on YouTube. You might not really know what it is, because in order for you, once you get monetized on YouTube, in order for you to actually get paid, you can't have any watermarks on your stuff. So it won't have the little logo on the side that says TikTok, because if you're a content creator, then you know that's a rookie mistake. You want to put your link in there and get that watermark off of there. But they're uploading their TikToks to Shorts, and you can just tell by what the content is whether it came from TikTok or it was, you know, just something from Reels or whatever. Because I feel like Reels in YouTube content is a lot more mature than like TikTok content. I don't know what it is, but on TikTok you can go viral for literally anything, and I'm like, who the hell is watching this content, and why do y'all think that it is so like funny or entertaining? Like, it's like literally like it just confuses me, a lot of the stuff that people are entertained by. But whatever, it's not my business. But yeah, I'm starting to notice that, and that is because TikTok is going to be extinct pretty soon in the United States. And so you pretty much have to go on Instagram and build your following, or come over to YouTube and build your following. And so a lot of people have been doing that. I feel like that is a good thing, and I feel like that'll probably have the content pivot back to how it normally was. But I don't know, because I don't know, we'll see. But either way, when it comes to the Facebook verification, like the verification in entirety, I do see the pros and the cons. I definitely do. Now for me, I don't feel like I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, and I don't feel like a verification will make or break me. If they were to make it something that it was like, oh, well, we'll put you at the top of the algorithm or something like that, then that would be something totally different. But just for my name to just pop up and it'd be like, you know, okay, well, let's click on her profile, and then they see 11,000 subscribers. It probably would help people, you know, feel like, oh, well, let me follow her. But that's not what I'm going for. I want you to follow me if you think that what I'm saying is, you know, you feel what I don't need you to agree, but you know what I mean. Like, you like who you like what you like, and it's not going to come from you having a verification badge next to your name, right? So those other problems, I don't have those problems. I don't feel like the verification is going to add another layer of security. I don't. That's just my opinion. But I respect those that have had problems with their accounts or anything like that in the past, and they feel like the verification is going to help them secure their platform. Good for you. Go ahead and do that. But I just simply don't like how they stopped a lot of people's bags, and then they want to kind of like, you know, make up for the ways in which they have poured back into content creators, rightfully so. And they're like, okay, well, at this point you guys can pay us. And so it's all of those content creators, and most of them that only had Reels bonus, they turned around and they were like, okay, well, I'm not gonna get paid anymore, but let me pull my wallet out and let me give y'all $15 so that I could keep my status or whatever. So I didn't really care for that part, but I do understand those people that did do it if you're doing it for a reason that is of importance, not just because you feel like, oh, it's going to make me look a certain type of way. Because if your content is not hitting for anything, you're still not going to get the followers. If you're not bringing value, if you're not, you know, growing as a content creator, really investing in yourself, then that surface level, how things look, is not going to sustain you, right? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of how I feel. Now, when it comes to celebrities, and influencers who have been invited to become a verified person on Twitter or Instagram, we are starting to see, because Elon did come out and he said that a lot of every celebrity that was grandfathered in, meaning they have had a check mark next to their name since they created their Twitter, just because they are who they are, that would be them considered being grandfathered in. They're going to get rid of the check marks, and the celebrities are going to also have to pay for being verified. So and I thought that was really funny. And again, I have you know, two different perspectives on the celebrities, because just imagine like being Oprah and having to pay $15.99 to Twitter every month to prove that you're the real Oprah, right? Like, that's just crazy. But at the same time, does Oprah really care about that? Does Oprah even tweet on her own account? You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be interesting to see if, you know, somebody as big as Oprah, somebody as big as, because I think I remember seeing LeBron James saying that he's not going to be paying for the check mark. We have already started taking away a few celebrity check marks, and I'm not on Twitter, so I'm not able to see exactly who has said what, but I just really thought that it was funny. Like, just imagine being a celebrity or a person, and everybody, you would think everybody knows you, a lot of people know you, and you have to pay $15.99 to Twitter to prove that you are who you are. Because if you, in the case that you don't, what exactly is going to happen? How can that affect you? Because again, when it comes to these different troll accounts and these people that are out here making fake pages, like, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be trying to come up with a following on Twitter saying that they're Doja Cat and they're not the real Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be really interesting to see how this happens. Now, for the people that, because everybody, let's just be real, in the recent years, you know, Twitter and social media, they have been, since the uprise of influencers and things like that, they have been just giving anybody a check mark. Now, you still have to have a certain amount of followers, you still have to have the appearance of being somebody, but that's just on social media. So that doesn't really mean that you are important. That doesn't really mean that you bring value to the table, because we know in these days a lot of people, they just want instant gratification. So if you got a BBL and you are a rapper and you are a rapper's baby mama, then you can pretty much gain a following and get a check mark on Instagram, Twitter, and wherever else. So let's be very clear. So it's just funny to see those types of people who have check marks that really have the inflated ego that they have done a lot and that they deserve to be there where they are. Kind of look down on regular people, quote unquote regular people, and say, well, we work so hard, and why do we have to pay for a check mark, and why can anybody get a check mark? It's funny to see that, because, you know, it's really leveling out the playing field, because at the end of the day, what really does make you different from the next influencer besides following? I'll wait. Because a lot of content creators and influencers, and the ones that have been in the game, the ones that are like, what I want to call it, what do I want to call it? Like the typical, and when I say typical, I mean the people that come from Love and Hip Hop or Bad Girls Club, or those ones, like the Krishan Rocks and the Natalie Nuns and the Winters and the who else, Ari and Jada and all of those.
It just took all the purpose away. Like, easy to get a blue check. Like, y'all know how happy I was to have a blue check because I earned it. That ain't something you could just pay for. I don't feel like that's nothing you could just pay for. Do y'all feel me? Like, am I being like selfish, or that's something you supposed to work for? Like, That's not no shit. You supposed to just, here, get one. No.
It's not necessarily that they've worked harder than a content creator like myself or like anybody else. It's just that you were on another platform, or you, and let's be very clear, where you had to degrade yourself or you had to do something else that I don't necessarily want to do, but I could to get where you are, but I'm not going to. Like, let's be very clear. So it's just funny to see them talk about how hard they work and how, you know, regular people shouldn't be able to just pay $15.99 and look like me. Girl, bye. So I just wanted to pretty much discuss that. And like I said, I feel like it's going to be a mess. I feel like a lot of people, they're saying something now and they're saying what they won't do now, but later on, a lot of people are going to be singing a different tune. I just don't, at this point in time, see myself. And like I said, I'm really focusing on YouTube anyway, because it's just a lot of carbon. Excuse me. I'm really focusing on YouTube anyway, because it's just a lot of carbon copying on Facebook and all these other platforms. It's just the same content over and over again. I'm really being called to just transition somewhere else and just do something different. It's just a shit show. Everything is for the bag, pretty much. And I mean, I understand you should get the bag, but at what cost though, right? And when you're playing yourself, you're playing yourself. It's just a lot of fake guruing and fake uplifting and fake positivity and all of these things, and that really does water down the algorithm. It really does, especially when you can feel energy. Like, it really does. I can tell. And it's just like, just be yourself, right? Because people are catching on to what type of content people want to see, what type of content people need to see, especially during these times. And it's easy to just get up every day and just, especially if you are a content creator, if you were invited to be a digital creator on Facebook, because again, it's very different to when these days everybody thinks that they're a content creator. You need to be investing in your craft. You need to really take these things seriously, and in order for you to say that I'm this thing. And that's something that I had to learn for myself, and for a long time I had imposter syndrome about it, but this is something that I'm really passionate about. This is something that I've always been passionate about. And just because you write something on Facebook, that doesn't make you a content creator. But because they have watered it down to simply just, oh well, you've been invited to bring traffic to our platform, and there's really no requirements on who they invite and how many followers you have to be invited and things like that. Because everybody thinks that they're a content creator when a lot of people aren't really making content. And if you are making content, then make sure that it is something that is actually going to sustain you for the long haul, because yeah, it's a lot going on out here, you guys. I have been taking a break. I've been rocking my natural, because I've been I had to take a break. I had to take a step back. I remember when there was a time when I was like, you know, I want to get free wigs, and I want to do this, and now I can't get away from these Chinese people blowing me up in my inbox asking me about these freaking wigs. And I'm like, god dang, like, give me a second. And it wouldn't even be that bad if they weren't so aggressive with it, but it's just like, and I consider myself a small creator, like, at this point in time. So it's just really been overwhelming. I want to branch out into other things, like more like fashion and lifestyle content and stuff like that. And I'm going to actually be doing more videos on tips for you guys, for other content creators, because I'm sure a lot of you guys that are watching know how it feels to be, you know, in the midst of coming up as a content creator. Not that I have anything against those girls that, you know, pop up on YouTube and they already have 100,000 subscribers followers on Instagram, and they're just, you know, showing us what they did. But when you're actually still in the trenches of building your brand and building your following and stuff like that, and connecting to bigger brands and trying to work your way up to paid collaborations that are able to sustain you and your family. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And I just really have been wanting to bring, I've been, you know, shooting my shot in other areas, other niches, because yeah, I had fun with the wigs. I did, and it gave me a product to, you know, build up my portfolio and get comfortable in front of the camera, get comfortable doing content. And that's pretty much all that I really wanted, was to continue to gain experience, pretty much switch up my look and, you know, have fun with it, see myself in different ways. And yeah, it's been fun, but I'm definitely ready to, and that doesn't mean that I'm never gonna wear wigs again, or I'm gonna stop doing wig reviews or wig collaborations. No, but I just needed, I recognize that I needed to take a break from it, and don't get complacent, don't get stagnant, and don't overwhelm yourself with one niche that you're not able to, you're so overwhelmed you're not able to really do what it is that you need to be doing. Because it's one thing to look cute, but if I'm not doing the stuff that I really wanted to do or talk about, then it's not gonna make me happy. Like, it's okay to be cute, but I need to do what it is that I wanted to do. So yeah, now that I have my foot in the door a little bit more, and I'm a little bit more comfortable, you know, being in front of the camera and things like that, and just exploring my look and just doing, you know, content, being a content creator, like that. I'm ready to just focus on YouTube. I'm ready to really walk the walk and talk the talk and build my brand. And if you guys haven't noticed, like, I'm really trying to rebrand everything over here on YouTube, like the way that I edit my videos, the way that I record my videos, everything. And that's just basically it. Like, 5 years from now, my content is going to be way better than it is now. 10 years from now, if YouTube is even a thing, my content is going to be 100% times better. So it's just like, I just want to grow, and I just want to focus on the things that are going to bring longevity. And when you pay attention, when you look around, YouTube has always been reliable. YouTube has always been a reliable source. A lot of the people that have been on YouTube that I've been watching for 4, 5, 6 years, they're now the influencers, like the big influencers that I look up to. So yeah, you just got to pay attention, and you got to do what works best for you. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any other platform is not your platform, and it's not good to go on there, and it's not good to, you know, try to build your brand or your following on another platform. I'm speaking from my personal experience and what aligns better with me and what I want to do and what I see for myself. So do not compare, do not contrast. Do what has been working for you. If you have, you know, have already seen success on a certain platform, and yeah, make sure that you listen to God and follow his steps for what he has for your life. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you in the next video.